Hello friends, I'm using a selfie stick for the first time. My new Pusheen selfie stick. This is weird and awkward. How do people hold this? My arm's already kind of tired. Alright, there were a lot of sex questions this time, so I guess this vlog is going to be rated a little R. I was going to say PG-13, but let's be real. Did you know what an orgasm was before you had one, and did it happen solo or with a partner? Funny story. When I first started having sex, after the things that we will not talk about because they are sad, I was with an older guy. And when he would eat me out, he would say things that I didn't really understand until much later. And one of those things he said is, I can lead you to the door, but I can't walk you through it. And I could be like, what the fuck is this man talking about? Because what I didn't realize he was saying is, I can't give you an orgasm if you don't know how to have an orgasm. Eventually, I started dating a guy who bought me a vibrator. And it was with the vibrator that I had my very first orgasm. And then once I had had that orgasm, I understood how to have orgasms, and then I was able to have orgasms with a partner. So it was kind of funny because it was years later after that conversation, I was like, that's what he meant. Do you kiss on the first date? If I like the person and the vibe is nice and they have nice breath, yeah, sure, I don't care. I think it's kind of arbitrary to care about things like first date. In fact, I would say guys are more bothered by that shit than women are. And that's why women don't do it, because guys will be like, oh, she did this on the first date, or she did that on the first date. It's like, maybe we could all just be adults and have a good time. Thought? What do you think about stupid gender roles? Like, men are supposed to be strong and assertive and masculine, and women are supposed to be cute or sexy and feminine. I think people should be whatever they're most comfortable being. And some people are very comfortable fitting their gender stereotypes. I think it's harmful that we force men to be so strong, because we have actual, like, scientific, information that's saying it does hurt men. And that men don't live as long as women because they're forced to repress all these things, and that they build up more anger because they're not getting touched as often. All this terrible stuff. So I wish that gender roles were just a thing that you could choose to partake in if you wanted to. That would be the ideal. Some little girls grow up and they do want to be pretty princesses and wear all pink and shit. But then the girls who don't want to grow up like that should be allowed to and should feel comfortable doing it. And same thing with guys. It's really annoying to see so many people try to put especially children down for just doing what they want. I mean, back in the day, I understand why it was done. I don't agree with it, but if you didn't have the internet and you didn't have knowledgeable people and you just needed things to function a certain way for your society to work, okay. But we don't have that anymore. There's no excuse. And it's not like, oh, certain jobs would be lost, or the economy would collapse, or moral things would be lost. Like, none of those things would actually happen from people being allowed to be whatever gender role or express themselves however they want. And one last story about that. It made me real sad when I was a kid. I had a mentor who worked in a weird department in the city. And I was like, hey, how did you find out about this job? And he said, well, growing up I wanted to be an interior designer, but my parents said that was gay, and they wouldn't pay for me to go to college for interior design. So eventually I took a planning class, and I liked it, and then civic blah, 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 and I ended up here. And that story, I was like 14 when I heard it, and that story affected me so much as a child. Because, oh my God, you stopped this guy from, like, going to do his dream because you were afraid he might be gay? Like, if he was gonna be gay, he was gonna be gay no matter what. Like, not letting him become an interior designer wasn't gonna stop that. Anyway, just made me really sad. One night stands, or do you usually take more time to get comfortable? I get comfortable based on how I get comfortable. If I'm hanging out with a guy and I feel like we are vibing and we are really getting along and I want to give him the pussy, then I do it. And if I'm hanging out with him and I'm not entirely sure, or something about the mood's off, then I don't. I don't usually... I don't know, I'm not a tease, I guess is the easiest way to say it. So if I want something, I just go take it, which often has repercussions because then guys get weird, which is unfortunate because just let me live my life. But yeah, so I would say it's usually one night stands. Why do you bother having sex with men when vibrators/fuck machines exist? I get that you might enjoy the warmth, rough hands, but I'm sure you would find a sex doll to put hot water into and exfoliating gloves provide a similar texture to a rough hand. That's the most hilarious sentence I've ever read, or two sentences. I really enjoy another person. I masturbate every day, and I've thought about this a lot to myself. Like, how come, even though I'm having the exact orgasm I want to have, how come this doesn't satisfy me as much as actually having sex with another person? And I don't know the answer to that. I have no idea. I really just prefer to sleep with somebody else. I find it more fulfilling. I have no idea why. Sorry, I can't answer your question. I don't know if most people know why, because some people do like it more than sex with another person. So I guess it's just preference. Also, the idea of fucking a sex doll, to me, I'm trying not to laugh because I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable for their own preferences, but let's just say it's not for me. Damn it, I laughed. Okay, guys, that was today's very sexual vlog. You guys should be more creative with these questions, jeez. Anyway, go to curiouscat.me/Sarah the Rebel if you would like to ask me anonymous questions, or put your fucking name on it. Stop being such a pussy. Anyway, bye guys. See you later.